Wow, I'm so tired right now. What's up, y'all? My name's Spank. It's crazy right here. I just want to tell a story about how I was on Septa, right? And I was getting on the L to go pick up my sisters. So after I picked up my sisters, we got on the L. And noticing that, like, you see people, like, people that's homeless, people that's drunk, drug addicts, they, like, be surrounded on a platform. I don't know why, begging for change and shit. So I don't pay no mind. So me and my two younger sisters, we got on the train, and I sat down in the seat, the solo seat, right next to the door. And my sisters, they sat across from me, so I was listening to music, whatnot. So I turned around that way, like everybody's like looking towards me. So that's when I'm like, okay, do I got anything on me or whatnot? Like what? So that's when I turn around and I turn around to see like what was like going on behind me. So I turn around and then I see a guy with his hands in the air pissing on the seat. And remind you, this is like the most disgustingest shit I ever seen in my life. Remind you, I have my sisters with me, and he is taking a piss on the Septa seats. So I took off my headphones and like I got people. There's people like laughing. There's people watching him. And there's people like, oh my gosh, panicking. So at that time I was kind of mad because I had my sisters in front of me, and like I told my sisters to move. They move, and it's crazy because like this guy on the train taking a piss with his what hanging out, and like I don't know if it was or not. So honestly, he was moaning or whatnot. He just kept moaning and saying and stuff like that. So I'm just like, ew, like that's really gross, really disgusting. So basically, he like had a I don't know, he had an infection I think or anything. And then so after my sisters moved, he started walking around scaring everybody. Some guy got on the train, thank God. He jumped at him, like he just jumped at him like that. And he said, put your penis away, put your penis away. But you know what made me laugh though? No, you know what made me mad really? When he got on the train, he was talking on the Bluetooth. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna call you back. He was like, while you pissing on the train. So I'm like, okay, so you laugh at him and then you just get mad for no, what is wrong with you? I don't understand strange people like that. They're cuckoo in the brain. But look, he told him like put his stuff away, whatnot. And the guy came over with his hands soaking wet, like in front of everybody with his thing hanging out. So I'm just like, okay, if he come near me and my sisters, I'm gonna hit him. At the same time, I got a job. I'm doing good in school, and I got church. Never been locked up before, so I'm glad I use this. I'm really glad I use this brain. So comes near me and everybody, and I stand up. Everybody look at me like I'm a superhero. I stand up. I had my fist balled up to the max. Like my fist was so balled up, I think my fingers was about to go through my hand like that. So basically, he made me mad. So that's when he had what did he do? He just started walking around and whatnot with his hands wet. So the guy who got on the train, he pressed the button and said, yo, we got a guy pissed on the seats. I didn't want to laugh because it was the funny way he said it. So that's when we stopped at Margaret. The train had stopped. And I noticed that when the train stopped, the guy that was driving the L, he was already in the front, we was already in the back. So basically he took his time to walk. So I'm like yelling at him, like, come on, because there's a guy pissed on the train. Mind you, I don't live like too far from Frankfurt. I ain't gonna tell you where I live, but it made me mad because I had to walk home. But I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. So the guy comes back and say, what did he say? You need a new drug called rehab. Everybody starts laughing. So I'm like laughing. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna crack jokes. Y'all gonna laugh, and there's a guy pissed on the seats. And you don't do anything about it. Are you kidding me? Like, that's entirely insane. So when I get my license this week, I'm never taking SEPTA again at all. I'm really not. I hate SEPTA with all my heart with a passion. I missed the bus 3 times, so that's why I walk to school. And frankly, I do not want my sisters on the train at all. But it's good that was a big brother. At the same time, that was just the most disgusting thing that ever happened in my life. Really. It was really, really, really strange. So everybody that still takes Septa, always check the seats before you sit down, because you don't know if R. Kelly brother went in an accident on the seats. So basically just watch your ass. And if a homeless man beg for change, he's just going to buy drugs. So I probably would be very, very intelligible to not take that train again. But it was nice to tell this story, so hopefully you might remember what I said. Shout out to everybody out there in Philly, 215.